Welcome to Health, students watching. As we begin our lesson, let's take a look at these traffic signs. Tell me the name of this first traffic sign. Presley.
Don't walk.
Yes. Why would you need to follow this traffic sign? Dev?
Because then you won't get hit by a car.
Right, because the cars are crossing and you need to wait until the light changes for the cars until it is safe to cross. What does this sign tell you to do, Morgan?
Walk.
Right. So this one will let you know the cars have stopped. It is safe to cross the street. What does this sign tell cars to do, Jimmy?
Stop.
Yes. So when you see one of these, notice that cars will be slowing down and stopping. But just because the cars are slowing down to stop at the stop sign does not mean that you can automatically cross the street. You still need to make sure that those cars follow that sign before you begin walking across the street. What does this sign tell you about, Amaya?
That there's a school.
Yes, there is a school in the area, so that means that there are many people and children trying to cross the street. So the cars are going to watch extra carefully for those people crossing the street. You might be one of those people crossing the street, but you still need to watch to make sure that the cars are aware that you are crossing. What does this one tell you is close by, Jacob?
A railroad.
Yes, and there are railroad tracks. The train is close by. You still want to make sure it is safe to cross those tracks before you begin walking across. So look both ways is a good way to remain safe. Those signs will help the drivers to know that pedestrians are crossing or could be crossing the street. At this time, students watching, we're going to review several things we've learned from Unit 1 and Unit 2 in our health book. Our girls are coming, and then our boys are coming. We're playing a round of human tic-tac-toe, possibly several rounds. We'll see how many points the girls' teams can earn and how many points the boys' team can earn. For each correct answer, they get to take a place, working to get 3 in a row. Students watching, you see how many points you can get for how many correct answers that you are able to give. First 2 contestants to the middle, facing the audience. Tell me one way that we should grow.
Spiritually.
Boys have that first one next too. What is something you do without even thinking about it?
Habit.
Tie. Let's break that tie. So stay, new question. What is the way you hold your body when you sit, stand, or move?
Posture.
Tie, new question. How should your back be when you are bending over?
Straight.
Tie, new question. Muscles that move when you want them to do are called what kind of?
Voluntary.
Are called what kind of muscles?
Involuntary.
The correct answer would be voluntary. No points. New question. What is any activity that uses muscles?
Exercise.
Boys have that one next too. What do we call the specific type of exercise that strengthens your heart and lungs?
Endurance exercise.
Boys have it next too. What is an excellent form of work? Or excellent form of exercise, that would be work. So new question. Boys do have that first point. So Jacob, you could put up a tally point under our food group chart for the boys team. New question. How many hours of sleep should you get each night?
9 to 11.
Girls, take your spot next too. What does exercise improve in your body?
Heart and lungs.
And with the heart pumps blood. That involves what? Students watching?
Blood.
It would be circulation. New question. What do you need after a long day of chores, school, and play?
Rest.
Yes, new question. What do we call the substances found in food that help your body grow and develop?
Minerals.
Okay, in general, they would be nutrients. Minerals would be a specific type of nutrient. Let's do a new question. How many glasses of water should you drink each day?
6.
Tie. What do we call a diet that contains all the nutrients necessary to keep you healthy?
Balance.
Boys have it next to. Well done. What is the ability to do work?
Habit. Exercise.
Close. Students watching? It would be energy. No points here. Next to. Tell me the specific type of nutrient that is made in the cells of plants and animals.
Minerals.
No, that comes from the soil. Students watching? That would be vitamins. No points here. Next to. Tell me the specific mineral that helps your bones and teeth grow strong. Students watching? That would be calcium. No points here. Next to. Tell me the specific nutrient that is made up of sugars and starches in food.
Carbohydrates.
Boys, next to. What is poor nutrition?
Malnutrition.
Together you have it, malnutrition. Let's do another question. Where should meats be stored?
Refrigerator.
Girls, next 2. Tell me the specific temperature degrees that you should store food between.
35 and 40. 30.
Together, you're correct again, 35 and 40. Let's do a new question. How long should you wash your hands for?
10 seconds.
Girls, wear hair faster, next 2. Tell me what specific type of germ could cause illness?
Bacteria.
Girls, next 2. Girls have a point, so Morgan put up a point for the girls' team. What do we call taking regular baths or showers, practicing good what?
Hygiene.
Boys had it, a hair faster, next 2. Tell me the type of teeth that have 1 point and tear your food.
Incisors.
No, not quite. Students watching? Those would be cuspids. Time was up though, no points. Next 2. Tell me the type of teeth that bite and cut. Incisors. Girls have it, next 2. Tell me the type of teeth that grind your food.
Molars.
Molars. Boys have it, next 2. What is this sticky film of harmful germs that forms on your teeth?
Plaque.
Girls, next 2. What could you damage by sticking something into your ear?
Eardrum.
Girls, next 2. Kathleen? What do we call help given immediately after someone has been hurt?
Minor injury.
But the help given to that is called?
First aid.
First aid. So girls get that point. Cadence put up a point for the girls team. And Kathleen start our next round. Next 2 to the middle. What is the emergency number for help?
911.
Boys, we're here faster, next 2. What type of injuries do not require a doctor's immediate visit to a doctor's office?
First aid.
Emily, your answer was?
Minor injuries.
Minor injuries. Boys or girls have it, next 2. What do we call the pulling in and up on the abdomen to remove an object causing choking?
CPR.
That would be pushing down so your heart can beat and your lungs can breathe, but this is for choking. Students watching? It is the Heimlich Maneuver. No points here, next 2. In the word rice, what does R stand for?
Rest.
Boys have it, next 2. In the word rice, what does C stand for?
Ice.
C. Students watching?
Passion.
Compress, meaning to put hard pressure down to stop the bleeding. What does elevate mean?
To lift.
Above?
To lift above the heart.
Yes, boys have it, next 2. Well done. Boys have another point, so Deb put up a point for the boys team, and we are tied. 2 points for the girls, 2 points for the boys. Let's see if we can break that tie. Next 2 to the middle, facing our audience. What is the key to safety?
Being aware.
Boys have it, next 2. What are you practicing by protecting yourself and others?
Safety habits.
Girls, next 2. Knowing what is going on around you is called being what?
Being aware.
Boys, we're here faster, next 2. Is it safe or unsafe to be in a car alone?
Unsafe.
Tie, new question. What do we call the time of the day when the sun is going down and it's getting dark?
Dusk.
Tie, new question. What side of the street should you walk on?
Left.
Girls, next 2. Where should you always cross when getting off of a bus?
In front.
Boys, next 2. What type of coloring of clothing should you wear at dusk? Arthur?
Right.
Light or bright? Let's do another question. When getting out of a car, what side of the car should you get out
I
on?
want to go to the sidewalk.
Yes, or curb. So girls have it, next 2. Tell me one type of poisonous plant that could irritate your skin.
Poison ivy.
Tie, new question. Is it safe or unsafe to help an injured animal?
Unsafe.
Unsafe. Boys, we're here faster, next 2. Is it safe or unsafe to play with a wandering animal?
Unsafe.
Unsafe. Boys, we're here faster. So boys take the spot. Next, and it looks like the boys have another point. So Aiden put up another point for the boys team. The boys have taken the lead. So next 2 may come to the middle. Tell me one thing that bicycle safety depends on.
Helmet.
Yes, making sure you wear a helmet, next 2. Where should you not ride your bike?
On the sidewalk.
Girls, wear have faster, next 2. Tell me or show me the signal for right turn. Morgan or Emily was a hair faster, so Emily, take your spot, next 2. What do we call the sharp pain caused by a sudden muscle contraction?
Cramp.
Girls, next 2. What should you never do by yourself? Students watching? One thing would be swim. So no points here next to. Carly put up a point for the girls team. The girls have tied the score again next to. What should you wear when you are in a small boat?
Life vest.
Tie, new question. Where do most accidents happen?
Home.
Boys, next to. Where is the safest place to be in a tornado?
Basement.
Girls, next to. What should you do if your clothes catch on fire?
Stop, drop, and roll.
Tie, new question. What is the most common cause of accidents in the home? Boys, wear hair faster. Take your spot. Next to. What should you never give out?
Personal information.
Tie, new question. What is not a toy to be played with?
Matches.
That would be one. The other we talked about was guns. New question. What should you never go back inside of?
A burning building.
Tie, new question. When you're alone, you should never open the door for who?
Strangers.
Tie. What should you not play on when you're alone?
Internet.
Boys, well done. Next to you. And it looks like the boys have another point. So Presley, go add a point for the boys team, and the boys have taken the lead. Last round, let's see if they're able to keep their lead. What is the way you hold your body when you sit, stand, or move?
Posture.
Boys, we're here faster. Next to. What do we call muscles that move when you want them to?
Voluntary. Involuntary.
You are correct the first time. Voluntary, no points. Next to may come. What do we call the exercise that strengthens your heart and lungs?
Endurance exercise.
Boys have it next to. What is the key to being active? Students watching? Get moving. No points here next to. What do you need after a day of school, chores, and play?
Rest.
Tie, new question. What does exercise improve in your body?
Posture.
Which would improve your circulation? New question. How many hours of sleep should you get each night?
9 to 11.
Girls, wear hair faster. Next to. What do we call the diet that contains all the nutrients necessary to keep you healthy?
Balanced diet.
Girls have it next to. What is the ability to do work?
Exercise.
No.
Energy.
Energy. Boys have it next to. Tell me the vitamin that's found in citrus fruits and prevents scurvy.
C.
Girls, next to. Next to, Arthur. Tell me the vitamin that there are 8 different ones of.
B.
B. Girls, next to. Tell me the vitamin that comes from animals.
A.
A. Girls, next to. Tell me the vitamin known as the sunshine vitamin.
D.
Boys, we're here faster. But it looks like the girls have a point, so the girls ended up completing and ending with a tie. So girls, you may return to your seats, and then the boys, you may return to your seat. Contestants, you may give yourself a pat on the back. Students watching, how many of those questions did you get correct? Well done, remembering the information we've learned from Unit 1 and Unit 2. Let's take a look at our food chart here, our nutrient groups. And we're thinking about specifically our food groups. Give me an example of a fruit. Raise your hand when you've thought of one. Students watching, Asa.
Cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe would be a good one. What about a grain? Remember, think of something with whole grain. Anna?
Whole wheat bread.
Yes, whole wheat bread. Good. What about a dairy product? Jacob?
Cheese.
Good. What about a protein? Kaden?
Steak.
Good. What about a vegetable? Carly?
Avocados.
Avocados would be a good type of item that would be something that we could maybe think of as a vegetable. Let's think of another vegetable. Give me another one. Emily?
Tomatoes.
Okay, that's another one that could be qualified as fruit or vegetable. Let's think of one that's definitely a vegetable. Jackson?
Carrots.
Carrots would be a great vegetable there. Now take out your worksheet. Go ahead and put your name at the top of your worksheet, and we'll take a look at our worksheet together. As we look at the things here on our worksheet, you're going to see that several of them are going to be thoughts when we're choosing and deciding things that make sense or don't make sense, whether they're safe or unsafe. So let's look at the first one together. You're going to circle the correct answer. Number 1, Danielle went to a park alone. Danielle is she being safe or unsafe if she's there alone? Lexi?
Unsafe.
Unsafe. So circle the word unsafe. Read and answer numbers 2 through 9. Let's take a look at several of our answers together. You're going to read the sentence and then tell me your answer. Number 2, Tyra.
Eric stopped walking so he could answer his phone. Eric is unsafe.
Have you stopped to answer it?
Safe.
Safe. So he is able to watch and take care of what he needs to and then continue walking. Number 3, Jimmy.
David crossed the street while reading the message on his phone. David is unsafe.
Good. Now raise your hand if you know why. Emily?
Because he wouldn't see any cars coming.
Right. He can't see what he needs to be watching for. Number 4, Carly.
Matthew heard thunder but did not stop playing soccer outside. Matthew is unsafe.
Raise your hand if you know why. Cadence.
Because he could get shot by lightning.
Right. Good answer. Number 5, Presley.
Jessica's parents have tested the smoke detectors and have practiced what to do in case of a fire. Jessica is safe.
Good. Number 6, Deb.
When Jackson went water skiing, he wore his life jacket. Jackson is safe.
Good. Number 7, Madison.
Sylvia got off the bus.
7, David.
David made sure his helmet was securely fastened before he rode his bike. David is safe.
Good. Number 8, Lexi.
Sylvia got off the bus and crossed the street behind the bus. Sylvia is unsafe.
Right, because where should you cross the bus, Emily? Louder, please.
In front.
Yes, you would want to cross in front. Number 9, Kathleen. Mario.
Mario was playing ball with his cousin. The ball went between 2 parked cars and out into the street. Mario chased the ball between the cars and into the street. Mario is unsafe.
Right. What should he do instead if the ball does roll? Morgan.
He can ask his parents to go get it.
Right. Check with an adult. And then if the adult gives you permission, make sure you look both ways before going to cross the street or to go get the ball. Make sure the way is clear before you just go out and take care of what you need to. Go ahead and put your pencil down and leave your paper there to the side. Raise your hand when you know the answer. What is the key to safety? Students watching? Carly.
Being aware.
Being aware. The more you are aware, the more safer you will be. Where do most accidents happen? Jackson?
At home.
At home. What are you practicing by protecting yourself and others? Students watching? Tyra.
Safety habits.
Yes, safety habits. That is a good habit to get into. What do we call a person walking on a sidewalk or alongside a street, Gage?
Pedestrian.
A pedestrian. Good. Where should you walk on if there is one as a pedestrian, Dev?
Sidewalk.
Sidewalk. What should you never cross between, Arthur?
Car.
Yes, parked cars. Make sure you're practicing being aware so that you can keep yourself and others safe. We'll pick up with more reviews, students watching, in our next lesson.